It's nice to be on a back road. Oh, that's a beautiful place. Whose place is that? My goodness. There were lots of beautiful cedar fences that were woven cedar fences, and there was a cedar porch swing. And these things still had the bark on the logs. It's very beautiful. Okay, so I'm doing the same as if I had turned around, I think. Oh, yes, I only have to go a little way, and then I get onto a road that will connect. Yes, excellent. So I'm on the back roads. They're dirt. I would put you so you could see them, but things don't work anymore. This is interesting. I didn't know where this road went. It might not go anywhere. It might just take me right back to the highway. I sure hope it's not somebody's driveway. No, it isn't. It isn't. Okay, I know this road now. I love living out in the woods. Scarlett referred to coming back to our house, and she said, I'm going to bring them back to the woods with me. The beautiful woods. I changed around my weaving room. So now I have a chair and my spinning wheel beside the window at the end. So I have a place to put things on the window ledge. It's on this side, actually. No, it's on this side because I'm facing the other direction. So I'm sitting there and I can face up into the hill, into Cedar Hillside. To check my speed, which is behind where you're sitting. Okay, now you're sitting on my glove, completely obscuring the speedometer. But I'm a law-abiding citizen. I wonder how many laws I do abide, how many laws I break. You know, you ever think about that? How many times you speed or, you know, break a traffic rule? There's a lot of traffic rules. How many times do you do that? And some of those things we think nothing of because we always do the same thing. We always drive a certain speed, regardless of the. This is where I heard big fat frogs one year. It's a marsh. I think I'm going to have them. I'm going to have such an interesting spring with the moat. Because I see that the direction of the water flow has changed, so it's coming into the moat and then into the runoff, you know? It's coming into the moat and then it's coming into the marsh woods. And it's quite interesting because I suppose that whole area was always flooded there. And now we've changed it by putting this moat road, and so now it's a little different. Why was I talking about that? Oh, because experiences down there at the Marshwoods are going to be so different this year. See, it became the Marshwoods when the beavers ran a dam through the woods. And so the dam then flooded all these trees, and the trees died. And while the dam was there, it was a Marshwoods pond, and through the edges of the dam, wherever it broke open or wherever the otters put holes, it flowed down into the Marshwoods, giving it that name for me. That's what I named it, because it's a fen, and the water always flows through it. I think it's a fen. I don't think it's a bog, but I don't know. Anyway, the trees are all up high, and the water, or it has eroded everything away from the trees, so that the trees now stand in foot-high whatever. The roots are exposed, and all the ground is gone between the trees. Underneath one tree, there'll still be ground trapped. There's a house on stilts. That's interesting. In Canada, I have a house on stilts. But it's right in this marsh. This is the marsh woods. But if the trees still live, that means that it's only a floodplain. Well, no, the marsh woods, it's not saturated. It's in the spring that it is, I don't know, it's pretty deep mosses, and there's so many exposed roots. It's really hard to walk through there. I've tried to make some bridges in the woods. I just put planks down. Got lots of planks for hey, I just had an amazing idea. What about using planks that are what are they called? They're maple trees or cedar trees, some kind of tree that's not had the rounded edge taken off it yet. So it's the rounded edges are what I want. Those are called, right, you know what it is. Anyway, you can buy them by the bundle for, I think it was $5 to $20 or something. This huge bundle of, oops, up ahead is the remnants of something that was red inside. Oh my gosh, that is a very well mutilated animal part. You're really glad I told you about that, aren't you? You're all like, ugh. You know, I've been a back to nature person for so many years. I guess since I was about 16. I was back to nature. Some people, I guess people in their back to nature ways go different ways with it. You know, to some it becomes a religion. And I'm not sure, but I think, is that pagan? Is when nature is the religion? You know, I'm Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. And yet I love nature. And so I hark back to the days of Adam and Eve, right? I mean, that was the big deal, was this earth was created for us to live on and to have experiences on. And to learn and grow and have our being. I think those are geese on the water. I think the water was open part of that river. I have no idea where I am. None. Oh, yes, I do. This is the area I never drive. I have a shortcut. I always take the shortcut, and so the long way, I never drive it. You probably got places like that. Sometime you'll have to go to something on the long way, and you'll say, wow, this is all different. I haven't seen this. You remember what was on the long way, and you used to take the long way before you figured out this shortcut. Right? But where I live is different from where I am trying to get from. Because I did go a little too far. I wonder when I'll be there. I might make it. We'll see. Okay, I guess I have talked about nothing for long enough. Do you like it when I talk about nothing? Nothing. You know, when you think, you have thoughts, right? You have thoughts. They keep popping into your head, and that's normal, and that's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to get all these thoughts. And yet, where do the thoughts come from? Are they promptings from good and from evil? Are they... Where do we fit in? Where are our thoughts? And are the thoughts our own? Are they consequences we have come to, conclusions? Like if we're thinking about something, if we're working on thinking through something, those are our thoughts, right? Those are all our thoughts. But if it's an idea that you'd never thought of and suddenly it pops into your head, you may start with that idea and then do a lot of thinking with that idea. Right? But where did the original idea come from? Is it a prompting from Heavenly Father? Or from the universe, or whatever people want to call it? To me, He's my Heavenly Father, but to others it's just whatever it is, a power or something. And so I think that my ideas are not my own ideas. Maybe there's some configuration of my brain in the programming of how my brain works, right? Our brains are programmed, aren't they? I didn't think about that before, but I'm a tactile learner. So if I learn through doing and feeling and seeing, it's different from the next person whose brain is auditory. He'll learn from listening to it. He doesn't picture everything that you say. I picture everything, and so it causes me to have to read books slower because I have to have time to picture each of those words. You know, when they have 10 words in a you know, like humble, chaste, benevolent, virtuous, doing good to all men, you know, I have to stop. I can rattle it off because I remember it, but I have to stop if I'm thinking about it. Honest, true. I guess I'm picturing situations. Honest, I remember taking my kids back to pay for something that they had taken off the shelf. Little kids, you know. True. It's true to my word, not lying. Honest, true. But now true and honest can't be the same. Honest, true, chaste. That's living a morally clean life. Honest, chaste, benevolent. Benevolent is giving love. Benevolent, just giving love. Honest, true, chaste, benevolent, virtuous. Virtuous is just being a person of good who very little bad is found in. And the bad that is found is of socially not a very big consequence. I mean, internally, any bad affects a person with guilt and many other things. But to the outward appearance, someone who is virtuous, someone who is clean and pure and worthy. Worthy of what? Worthy of living with God now, in the Spirit, living with the Holy Spirit here, and living so that you can feel God's words to you, and you have words back. But you don't have to make the effort to pray, because praying is just part of what happens when you become virtuous. Let virtue garnish thy thoughts unceasingly. Whatsoever is honest, true, chaste, benevolent, or virtuous, we think on these things. See, it's positive thinking. Anyway, what I was saying about how our minds are wired differently, our learning ways are done differently, and the way we store information is different. Somebody was saying that when there was a change made to a plan, it threw her completely off, and she couldn't do any of the plan anymore. I guess she said, because I have a page of, you know, this activity, and this is what's on it, and then when something is changed, I can't change it. It's not it's hard to change.